showing all kinds of... I didn't mean to go live. I wasn't quite set up.
You're live now?
Yep. YouTube trick. Let's see. I was not prepared for that. Sorry about this, guys. You have to give me a second. My phone's
I'm going to go outside.
mad.
The things I need to do.
Oh, yeah?
Some of them, yeah.
Okay. Let's zoom in a little here. All right, bear with me because I wasn't quite ready. Wasn't quite ready. I want to make sure we got enough light and enough let me move something around here so I can make sure it's... Yeah, it just looks like it needs to be a little bit lighter, but I don't know how to make that happen. I do have another light I could put onto it. But I did want to go ahead and work some more on this Molly Harrison fairy. So let's do that. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit. And then I think what we're going to do is we're going to flip back up around to the top. I have to do these little things to try to get, hey Sherry, to try to get the picture in the best focus I can with my internet. That looks a bit... Yeah, I wanted to work on this and get that a little bit more squared away. We were using, let's see, 937, which was this Tucson red. And I wanted to work on her hair a little bit more. Oh, it's like 60 something degrees here. It's pretty nice today before it starts getting... Let's see. I see some white spots here that I don't like, so I'm going to cover them up a little. We'll get cracking right on this pedestal here and flesh this out. I thought about using Gamsol on this crystal, so I'm not using so much pencil, but it's okay. And I got out the Cray Paws as well. We're going to work with those for the background, which I'm super nervous and excited about because I haven't used Cray Paws that much. But I got all my stuff ready for that. These have been... I've barely used these at all, so I want to bust into those. The way that I'm gonna, and I'm kind of jumping around here, but with Cray Paws, what you want to do is you want to have something to scrape it with, which I've been using a butter knife, and then something to smear it around with, which I've got these cotton rounds that work pretty good with that. And then I've also got these nail applicators, they're precision points. So these are really nice too. And I know that I wanted to do this as kind of a darker background. So I'm definitely, that's a moon, that's a sun. We know that for sure, right? So I was going to come over to the Craypas and grab the dark yellow. And what you do, make sure there's not another color on there too. I'm going to do it on the back of this first. And you just kind of scrape off the color. I don't want any other colors mixed in with this though. And they've been shuffling around. There, look at all that color on there. But we don't want that. I'm going to wipe this off because it's got other colors mixed in, and I don't want green or red or anything like that on my yellow part here. So hopefully everything is well with you, Sherry. I'm just going to bring it up here and kind of scrape that onto the page. We might be getting some plumbing updates as Sawyer's working on might not be the best way to do that. Usually it's a lot crumblier than that and it just kind of goes right onto the paper. Hopefully these Craypas aren't a little too moist. I haven't used them for a while. Hello, Emma. That's good that it's warm out today. Yeah, I was happy to see that it was going to be in the 60s. For sure. It's supposed to get up to 67. Okay, I've got my yellow. I'm not really going to be too upset if I ruin this page because it's not, I'm just kind of trying out different things here. Now with the Craypas, I usually use those other, I use the, this is a little bit more difficult, I'm finding, to push it in to the paper. This is a good way to save your colored pencils too, and to not have kind of streaky stuff. Yeah, it feels like they're a little wet, which is funny because I'm in San Antonio, which has like no humidity whatsoever, but that's okay. It's working. Just kind of smush that around and get it on the paper. Typically, people like to use Craypas for backgrounds because you can see how much color gets on there. It's in the low 50s for you. I am kind of like interested in why it's forming like that. I'm used to it being powdery, and let me get one of my rounds here and see. A lot of people use their fingers too to kind of move it around. This works definitely much better than the Q-tip was working. I just wanted to be like precise with that Q-tip and not how much product gets on your thing, because I didn't want to get the yellow mixed into her hair, but I think I'm okay with that happening actually. I'm just gonna kind of move that crepe paws around. Doesn't really matter if it gets on her wing a little. Yeah, that looks good. You can even, you know, put the crepe paws straight on where you want it to go. I'm a little hesitant and nervous to do that though, but we're gonna try. And then maybe I can pull it down from there. I kind of like it with like the center being a little bit more darker and the edges being lighter. Let's see. Hopefully I didn't mess that up too much. I'm going to pull it out with the cloth because that seems to work better. Yeah. I'll go back in with this little guy and see if I can get some in that little space right there. I like that. And then I can use the product that's already on here. I'm going to go right here because I do like that. I'm going to do a little circular motion to get some of that onto the page and then set that aside. Get my little eye makeup sponge thingy. And in a circular motion, move that around. I'm going to be careful around her leg because I don't want that to have any of that yellow on there. I don't know if crepe paws can be erased. Let's get the tool, my little Q-tip. This is the most makeup stuff that I have, and I use it for coloring. Put a little bit more yellow right there because it looks better. Cool. Let me... It is easier to kind of put a little bit in there and then move it around. So let's do that. Just teeny tiny in there. Okay. I'm going to take the other end of this now because I want to get a little bit more precise with moving this around, and I don't want that other product on there already. That's not the greatest sound, is it? but we're not trying to do ASMR. I don't know, that might work for some people. Let me get in there with this, and I'm just going to smush it around and not worry about if it gets over the hair a little bit. Yeah, that works good. There we go. I think I'm actually happy with that. Look, I forgot all that space up there. As I tend to do with things, we will use this since I still got some. I'm not sure what I'm going to color this top part of like her wings, but I do kind of want to make her a punk fairy. I'm not sure if that's going to work or not. We shall see. Let me get this in here like that. So I'll be coloring over that with something darker. Okay. All right. I think that worked out okay. Do you want to go over anything, babe?
All the shower is fine.
Oh, great. So are we still?
We're still leaking by the one that the clamp that I was not able to put on tight. It's a small leak, but it's
Okay. Okay.
and the pump's working okay now.
Okay. Okay.
So,
That's a good update. Okay, so now I did want to color her, even though I don't really want it to like blend in with the other stuff, but I want her top. I thought black would be nice, but you know what? We're going to leave that for a second. And we're going to go and mess with this pedestal now that I got the sun done. Let's flesh this part out here. So I think that I'm in the end stretch of this vertigo spell here. I thought I was going to be able to work yesterday, but it didn't end up where I was able to. So, but I feel positive about the next couple of days. We're going into Austin. We'll be about an hour outside of Austin, and then we're gonna hopefully see that work is better there than it is here. And we'll spend the rest of the winter over there. Because we had been scheduled to just stay outside of San Antonio, but Uber's not that great here. In fact, it's really bad here. So we are gonna pivot and see if we can salvage the rest of the winter. It's a beautiful area. It's just we can't make money here. Okay, I'm gonna do this a little right here. Okay, let's put some of that was a Prismacolor 937, and then I am gonna use another Prismacolor 1031. to put a little bit of brownness in this. Along the edges there. It's not really how I wanted the pedestal to turn out. I didn't really give it much thought before I started coloring it, but Molly has a lot of fairies perched on pedestals in her book, so I think I'll be able to redeem myself. I'm going to go back to that Tuscan orange, Tuscan red, excuse me, color, and I'm pressing pretty hard because I want to cover all of the paper. I had considered using Gamsol for this too, which we could still see if that might give us a different kind of look with this. Because it probably would have looked cooler and a little bit more punk rock if I had given it like a stone base, a stone column, you know. But alas, I did not do that. Gamsol is really nice because it spreads around the color that you've already put down, and it fills in those gaps. So I think that I'm going to put a little bit more of this on here, and we're going to bust out the Gamsol, which I also use my applicators with. Gamsol is blah 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 100% pure odorless mineral spirits. It is combustible, vapor harmful. I haven't noticed that it and you get a lot. Like I've had this for a really, really long time, and it basically just and I like this brand. I haven't had any problems with it. It basically just spreads the pigment around. Oh my gosh. Oh, I wish you guys could see this cardinal. Oh, he left. I love cardinals. And I love when they get in the trees right next to the RV. That's so cute. There's actually, oh my God, he's so cute. I'm going to get one of my little thingies here. There's this nest here. Y'all, he's checking out the nest. It's a girl, it's a female. Please lay your eggs in there, sweetie. Oh my gosh, sorry, I'm so hella distracted. I was so like, we're leaving here tomorrow anyway, so it doesn't matter. Like, there's this nest in this branch that's literally right outside our RV window, and this female cardinal was just kind of poking around in it. So I got all excited. I would be so thrilled to watch eggs, birds in a nest with their eggs. Like that would, oh my God. So with a Gamsol, a lot of people like to pour it into a different container. You can tap. I am lazy and I just stick my whatever I'm using right in there. That is probably way too much. I should not have stuck that much on there, but that's okay. And then I do like to put the cap back on and secure it before I start doing anything, because if I knock that over and it goes all over everything, I'd be so upset. So I'm going to make sure there's not anything. I haven't used Gamsol for a while, so just bear with me for a second. I'm going to start down here. Just a lot of this pigment is getting put onto the Q-tip. You don't want to touch this stuff. I mean, I haven't really noticed that it's done anything to me, but and I have had it on my hands, but I would say like the more cautious you are with it, the better. Circular motions to give it kind of a little bit of a texture. And it just picks it up and smushes it around. And that's what we want, so we don't have to. I love these precision tips too, because you can really get in there without coloring over. I'm coloring these branches brown anyway, so. And the background's going to be a little dark too, so I'm not that concerned about that. Look how nice that spreads the color around though, and it just covers all those little pieces of paper that poke through. I'm going to pick up some of this and spread it around too. I got a lot of product on the page right there. There we go. I like that because it gives it a lot of texture. More texture than what I was achieving with just the pencil alone. And you see a little bit goes a long way. Try to get this smoothed out in here. All right. You can color over Gamsol too, which is nice. I am going to, I want a little bit sharper point on this. I'm gonna, this is the top, Tucson Red, yeah. Get a little bit onto the sides here. And then I'm gonna spread this around with the Gamsol too. Okay, I'm gonna go a little bit down here and a little bit under her bum because it seems like it'd be a little bit darker there, right? Okay, and then we're gonna come back with the Gamsol. Spread that around. I like Gamsol too if you want like kind of more of a colory effect, more of a paint effect. Be careful on the edges here, even though I do plan on doing a dark background. I'm not exactly sure. I want it to look like a night sky, so I'm probably going to watch a tutorial on that. And that's the whole reason why I started this coloring channel, not just to keep doing the stuff that I'm good at. I'm definitely not good at this. like to try new things and try it out, you know. Okay. I probably could have put a little bit more darkness on that. I'm going to spread this color out a little bit more because I went pretty heavy up there as opposed to bottom. I think that looks good though. All right. We made a little bit of a mess here. I think I'm done with that moon. That came out pretty nice. I do want to color her neck in where I hadn't done that before. I missed out on that. And the skin tone I'm using is beige 997 of the Prismacolors. If anybody's interested in that. Okay. Let that Gamsol dry. I don't want to use this too much because it'll spread that around. Let me come through back in here and get a little bit more texture to that. Okay. So, like I said, I did want to put some more detail into her hair. And I'm going to be careful and not touch any of that because it's a little wet right now. So with her hair, I was using the A&Art gel pens. I'm going to just stick these over here. Okay. I did want to put a black border on that too, but I'm going to wait on that for a second. Bear with me while I get rid of this crepe pause stuff so I don't make a mess on the paper. Okay. Because we're going to put some more colors on here. I am going to note that I put crepe pause yellow on here so I don't, and that I've used some Gamsol. I just like to record what I do. So I'm going to let this dry a little bit more before I start working on the hair, and we are going to use our Pentel. I love these pens. Inner gel pens. You can get these on Amazon. And we're going to start coloring these leaves in. I'll start over here. I'm coloring another picture, and I really like the green that I'm using, which is this pen. So I typically don't color leaves with gel pens, but this page is all about trying new techniques and how I wouldn't normally do stuff. So that's what we're going to do, because I like to blend. And blending with pens is tough for me. And plus you have to do it while they're still wet to be able to move that around. But we're going to put our base color of just the green on here. And I do recognize that I need to write that on my little sheet here. Green. And then I've got the A&Art gel pens right next to me here with a dark blue one picked out that I had tested on another page that I'm coloring, and I liked the way that they work together. So I thought, ooh, I'll do that with the leaves on my fairy gal. So that is what we shall do. And after I color these, I'm going to let them dry for a second before I put that darker color on there. It looks like we got a flat tire, which we had thought might be happening. I'll have to let, the hits just, it's fine. It's fine. He had suspected that last night after he worked, that maybe he picked up a nail. Babe, were you doing anything with the tires?
Tires?
Yeah, the back tire is flat right now.
Oh, okay, yeah.
The car emailed me and let me know.
All right.
Yeah, don't worry about it right this moment. We'll just put the spare on and...
Now I'm going to put the pump on it.
Well, I don't know if you want to do that before... we're going to have to take it to Discount Tire. And we are going to have to do that today because we're heading out tomorrow and we can't have... Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I'll look at it now.
We have a warranty though, so... Okay, now I am going to go... I have to move this so I don't put my hand on the column. So we're just going to go turn like that. And color these. Poor guy. I'm hitting him with all the stuff. Yeah, the car just emailed me and told me the rear passenger is flat. Like I said, though, we have a warranty at Discount Tire, though, so it'll just either be a plug or we'll get a new tire. It's just time. I love this green color. I am seriously, like, obsessed with these pens. The color is just so vibrant. Okay, we've got a couple more left to do here.
It's not flat.
Okay, good.
It's got 24 pounds in it.
So with the normal is 35.
Yeah, so we will have to take it.
Yeah.
It's got some leak somewhere. So I'll bring it up to 30 something with the manual pump.
Well, first, before you do that, let's find out where the Discount Tire is, because you may just need to put the spare on.
Well, I'd rather just put air in the tire than have to put the spare on.
And be able to limp it along, because there's probably a Discount Tire in Helotes.
Yeah, I mean, I was driving it yesterday for hours.
Yeah. Well, and it took that long to get that low.
Right.
Okay.
Sound good?
Yes, it's
right.
3 right now.
Yeah. Oh, well. So I got to take that before we leave tomorrow.
Yes, and I'm going to look up locations for Discount Tire.
All right.
Yeah, the closest is going to be Helotes. Damn, right over by HEB and the Home Depot where you were.
Yeah. All right.
Well,
Get ready to go there. I can't do anything with the water leak at this point.
Discount Tire closes at 6.
All right. All right, I'm going to just put a little air in the tire anyway.
Okay, baby. We were planning on just like chilling today. But I know he did want to go get some stuff at the grocery store too, so he can go do all that stuff. So if anybody doesn't already know about Discount Tire, I would highly recommend using them for all of your tire needs. I've only had one bad experience with them, and that was a personal issue, you know, like the guy just didn't like me or something. I don't know what happened with that, but for the most part, I've used Discount Tire for, gosh, the last 20 plus years, and they will plug a tire for free. They will, you know, give you warranties on your tire. So a tire replacement, instead of being, you know, like our car, the cheapest tires we can put on there is like $175 to get us 50 to 60,000 miles. So and you can replace it for 25. Okay, I'm going to turn this back around, so heads up if you got vertigo like I do. I love that little pop of green. Okay, I've got my craypaws just hanging out here. I don't know if we're going to be able to get to the background or not, but I will go ahead and put these guys up for now. And we are going to get out our gel pens. I'm going to move this so I don't see my cool alien sticker. Anyway, A&Art, I highly recommend this set. I've had these for like 4 years. And they come with a swatch sheet. They come with refills. And I think this was like around less than $30. So, and they're great pens. Love them. We're looking for the green. I've reorganized these so many times. I've got them how I want them. I don't think this is how they come, but it's a beautiful pen set. You get normal colors, no glitter. Like these are the neon ones, and the regular colors, and then you've got some glitter, and then obviously the refills. And then you've got metallics, and then pastels. There's the swatch sheet's a little small, but they lay nice and juicy. They're good markers. I highly recommend those. That particular set, like they come with that case, so it's just chef's kiss. Very nice. So we're going to use Song Q Green, which is B05 of my A&Art. Here's my little section for the A&Art, where I record on my little thingy. This was the first one I colored, right? So it should be dry enough. I'm just going to come here with the darker green and just put a little bit on the tips to give it a little bit of a dimension. This will dry and it won't be as dark looking. I'll go ahead and put some right there too. Maybe just color that whole little leaf actually. Okay, that gives a little bit of dimension to it. I'll do the same thing on the other ones. Now I am noticing that I probably should have let this dry a little bit more because it's going on a little gummy. And that'll happen if it's not dry enough. Go down a little bit with this one. Okay. When I was a kid and I colored, I would color everything and then I would outline it all in black. I should do that as an adult. I think that was my favorite way to color. You can't outline everything in black first because then you'll get black in all your coloring. So you have to do it after. I think I'm going to color that whole one, that dark color, and that makes sense to me. Okay, let's go to this little guy here. So every time I do this kind of outline thing, that always reminds me of that. And go along this little ridge here and right here as well. And we got this air pump thing, which is so nice for putting air in the tires and not having to put the spare on to get somewhere when this does happen. As an Uber driver, it happens quite a bit. Okay. See how like better those look compared to these guys over here? They just got a little bit more dimension to them. So come over here and do the same thing. I'm so excited to be going to Austin tomorrow. We were supposed to be leaving here on Monday, but I was too dizzy. And luckily we were able to extend our stay. And I'm feeling much better. Okay. I'm going to be mindful of not touching those, because I don't want to smear that green out into the background. If I did do that though, I would not be too worried, because I'm going to be doing a dark background once I figure out how. Okay. These ones are a little bit better dry.
Okay, that's filled up. So I'll just go now, I guess.
Yeah, gosh, I don't know if it's 38 minutes to get there.
What does that mean?
It's only 25 miles. It's only 38 minutes because of the twisty turny.
I know,
Then
but what is?
I didn't know if you would want to like work, because you're going to be halfway into town.
Oh, yeah, I could.
But
I could work for a couple hours and whatever, how many hours, and try to.
but we also did need to get yogurt, and so I don't know if you just want to do the discount tire thing.
No, I think take advantage of being there.
That's what I thought you would
Yeah.
be thinking. I got my little moon colored. And I'm working on the leaves.
I see.
Yeah. And I got this colored too. That's all done.
Good.
Yeah, thank you.
I feel good.
Sawyer has to look at all of my creations and approve.
I don't have to, but I do. And I like to. Okay, so I will prepare to go out into the world.
Ew. Yeah. It does seem like that might be the best thing.
I have to wait at this campsite on my computer.
Yeah, usually towards the end of the day, it's better. They get you in and out quick.
They want to go home.
Yep. Especially if it's just a plug.
Yeah.
I've had really, good success with them. Of just pulling it right in and boom. They're like, okay, it didn't cost anything. You might want to take the pump with you.
Yeah, I'll have everything in the trunk.
And keep a watch on it as you're going in.
That's where it normally goes.
That thing's definitely been a lifesaver.
Yeah. It's a good one too, so
Mm-hmm.
it's not a piece of junk.
Oh yeah, I remember you bought that at Tractor Supply out in Elkhart.
Alright.
Because of the Ravs tires. Okay, so we've got our little leaves done, and they look great, I think, my personal opinion. And then I was thinking I'd do a different brown for the branches, but I think I'll hold to the same brown that I did her hair in because it's a nice brown.
Should I take popcorn?
Yeah.
Will you read it?
I have another bag.
You make some new ones, right?
Yeah, I can make a new one,
Yeah.
but I think I'm okay.
Just something, to
Tie
me over.
Take it.
Okay.
And then do you want croissant?
No, I don't want all that.
Crackers?
No, right now,
You're not
corn
gonna
is
stay.
attractive to me because it's not mucus forming.
Yeah. And I've got my phone on, message me. All you have to do is put in, the discount tire is right down the street. The HEB's there. There's the Home Depot. There's the oil change place you went to.
Okay.
So
yeah,
if you put in discount tire, it'll get you there. It's off the 1604.
Okay. Yeah, I see that. Okay, great.
Love you.
Love you, baby.
Be careful.
I'll see you later.
Come back to me.
I will.
Okay. And maybe just do the discount tire in the grocery store and come back home.
Oh, the grocery store. Yeah, I'm glad you reminded me of that because I need to bring the cooler.
Mm-hmm.
That sun is hot.
That sun is hot. Okay. Yeah, when you don't get out of bed till afternoon, it like, whoops. When you find a problem, you gotta hurry up and get it out and done. Because the place will be closed.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
And I'll be done here in a bit, babe.
All right.
So I can message you a list if.
Yeah, anything you can think of. Yeah, that'd be
Okay.
good. Yeah, I'm good. I'll see you later. I love you, baby.
I love you. Be careful. It's always scary having a driving job, and we're in the way to get into town it is dangerous. It's a twisty turny road, and you just have to be really cautious. So
I'm in their system, right?
yes, you're going to use my name and my phone number.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, so when they ask for a phone number, give them my
Yeah,
phone number.
I'll look at my phone because I don't remember the numbers a lot of times.
Yeah, no, that's okay. I don't know your phone number either.
Okay, so.
But you've been there a couple of times, and they looked it up through my phone number, I believe.
Yeah. Okay. See you later.
Okay, baby, I love you. They're probably going to try to talk them into 2 new front tires because we do need that, but we definitely don't have the funds. Okay. I am liking how this is turning out. I have to admit, I am really nervous about these wings. Because they definitely look like they're drawn to be like see-through. So I'm going to have to see if I can work that out. Okay, here we go. Maybe I'll try to fix the toilet issue that we're having so I can contribute something. But gosh, what if I break it? I just have to super glue this part back on. So I have to take a part out. So that shouldn't be that difficult to do. And then I could be like, I fixed the toilet. So that'll be one less thing he has to worry about. He's pretty much got the leak outside fixed. It's just not quite there yet. Trying to be careful and not put my hand down on the wet ink I just put down there. I wasn't planning on being alone today. Usually, we already plan what we're going to do. But since tomorrow is a travel day, we have to make sure everything's ready to travel. All right, let me get a want to, before I finish this branch right here, I typically don't like doing this because it'll dry, but I don't want to. So I'm going to go ahead and color this one first. This one looks a little wonky. Okay. I don't know if I should color along the... We will. We'll just leave that like that. Something so soothing about just putting color down on paper. I can see how the ink is kind of bulking up, so I'm just spreading it around with the... Hopefully that won't look crappy. Sometimes I wonder about moving this ink around with one of those precision Q-tips. Basically just kind of doing this picture in layers though. Like this is the first layer, just like her hair is still got to be worked out. Yeah, I put some more detail in there. And I got to put some more detail into these branches once I get this first color on here. But since we're using gel pens, we've got to wait for it to dry. I always wanted to be like a painter and be creating these beautiful masterpieces. But every time I painted, the way that you have to hold your hand to keep it off of the canvas so you don't smear everything, like I just couldn't do that. I'm not a good painter at all. It wasn't like I have a natural affinity for it or anything, like some people do, where they just put two lines and it's a bird. What the hell? I've watched plenty of things and I'm just like, wow, I great. I don't know how they do that. They just see differently, right? Okay, that's a little wonky, but it goes like that. There we go. This is her wing. I remember telling myself, do not color that the branch color. I still like have to figure out how I'm gonna... She looks a little punk rock right now, but we definitely have got some punk rockedness to infuse into this fairy here. See, it didn't matter that we had covered up some of those branches because we just covered over that with the brown. And you can't see it anymore. That'll be like this little area right here. The same thing will happen when I start doing the background. Be able to cover all those mistakes up. So I did want to give her the same color lips as the column. No, her lips are teeny tiny. I might try to make that happen. Problem is they're tiny and I'm going to have to use colored pencils unless I just want to make them red like her pants. I don't want to do that though. I want to give her like a blackberry color. That was my favorite shade of lipstick. Revlon Blackberry. I wore that in the 90s. Okay. I know I wanted to put like some red in her hair. I don't know if I want to use this red though. Or if I should use an A&Art red. Because it's not as... I wonder if the metallic red would work. Let's try that. This is the metallic red color. Let's see. Record that color. Oh, gotta be careful. Thank you, Sherry. We're getting there, right? We're getting there. Okay. I'm gonna do just along like the lines that are already in here. Put a little bit. That might be a little too close. There, that's a little better. Okay, that is probably the worst line I've ever done, but we're going to smooth it out. There we go. These will dry too and look a little different. Let's see, I like this little piece back here. That. Not sure where that piece comes out at. Maybe right here. I have to be mindful of where the column is wet and the things are wet, so I'm just going to give it a little spin here. So I can get to this one right here. Let's see, right there. I like this color over the brown. Looks nice. I'm only going to do a couple in this color. Maybe this one up here too. This little guy. Be really careful because I don't want it to go out into the moon. There we go. Okay. Let me do... It's spinning out a lot on the in camera, but it doesn't look like that in person. Just so you know. There, like that. Okay. I'd like to put like one right there too, but I'm a little nervous, but we'll go ahead and do it. I feel like I still need to put some more of the dark brown up in there too to give it a little bit more. That's the neon brown that we were using from A&Art. I'm going to just give this a little turn. I'm nervous about this. I don't want to mess it up. Right, I should carry that up to there. Let's see. I may just go over the brown that's already on there to make it a little darker. I think for now I'm not going to mess with it though. We'll put her like that. Now bear with me while I try to zoom out. I don't know why I have such a hard time doing this. I did it right the oh my god, you guys. Okay, so that's where we are at now. It doesn't really look like we did that much, but I assure you we did a lot. Let me do my little thingy here. That's my ceiling, and then we'll do it back here. Oh, dang it. Sorry. Me and my Zoom. I was hoping that would get it back to, yeah, that's better. I don't want to mess with her lips just yet because I am a little nervous about that. We'll do all of her makeup and stuff last. I did want to color the top black. I think I'm going to go ahead and do that. Or maybe not. I might just leave it alone. We'll leave it alone for now, right? And then I'll sleep on it. The background makes a huge difference too once that starts getting done. So yeah, I think we'll leave it at that. And I will watch a tutorial on doing a dark background, and then also we're going to tackle those wings because we don't have anything else left to do except for the wings and her top and then the background. So that's going to tie it all together. But that's where we're at now. Thank you for everybody that joined me. Thank you, Sherry, for hanging in there and supporting me coloring and all that good stuff. And I will see everybody in the next video. Yeah, see you next time, Sherry.